John Gregory Dunne. John Gregory Dunne, May 25, 1932, December 30, 2003, was an American novelist, screenwriter, and literary critic. Life and career. Dunne was born in Hartford, Connecticut, and was a younger brother of author Dominick Dunne. He was the son of Dorothy Frances Nee Burns and Richard Edwin Dunne, a hospital chief of staff and prominent heart surgeon. With several siblings, he grew up in a large, wealthy Irish Catholic family. Their maternal grandfather, Dominick Francis Burns, founded the Park Street Trust Company. The young Dunne developed a severe stutter and took up writing to express himself. He learned to manage it by observing others. He attended the Portsmouth Priory School and graduated from Princeton University in 1954, where he was member of Tiger Inn. Dunne started working as a journalist in New York City for Time magazine. He credited the political essayist Noel Parmental as mentor in many ways. In the late 1950s, he met Joan Didion in New York City, where she was an editor at Vogue. In a 2005 interview, Didion recalled, "We amused each other, and I thought he was smart. He knew a lot of stuff that I didn't know, like politics and history. I had managed to go through school without learning much except a lot of poems." He invited her to travel to Connecticut one weekend in 1963 to visit his family, New England Irish Catholic, with 6 children. Didion said she liked the setup, liked being there, and liked him. They married on January 30, 1964, at Mission San Juan Bautista in California. He was 31 and she 29. They moved to a remote house on the California coast. Didion worked on a novel to follow her debut run, River, and Dunne worked on a book about the California grape pickers' strike. They wrote a joint-by-lined column for the Saturday Evening Post magazine for years. Unable to have children in 1966, they adopted a baby at birth and named her Quintana Roo, after the Mexican state. Dunne and Didion gradually picked up writing work from book publishers and magazines, traveled together on journalism assignments, and established a working pattern that served for the next 40 years. They had a constant advising, consulting, and editing collaboration. Critically acclaimed best-selling books followed for each, including for Dunne, The Studio, his nonfiction account of 20th Century Fox. They also collaborated on a series of screenplays, including The Panic in Needle Park 1971, A Star is Born 1976, and True Confessions 1981, an adaptation of Dunne's novel of the same name. He wrote a nonfiction book about Hollywood monster, living off the big screen. As a literary critic and essayist, Dunne was a frequent contributor to the New York Review of Books. His essays were collected in 2 books, Quintana and Friends 1980 and Crooning 1990. He wrote several novels, among them True Confessions, based loosely on the Black Dahlia murder, and Dutch Sheet Jr. He was the writer and narrator of the 1990 PBS documentary L.A. Is It with John Gregory Dunne, in which he guided viewers through Los Angeles' cultural landscape. Dunne and Didion moved to Manhattan. He died there of a heart attack on December 30, 2003. His final novel, Nothing Lost, which was in galleys at the time of his death, was published in 2004. He was father to Quintana Roo Dunne, who died in 2005 after a series of illnesses. He was uncle to actors Griffin Dunne, who co-starred in An American Werewolf in London, and Dominique Dunne, who co-starred in Poltergeist. His wife, Joan Didion, published The Year of Magical Thinking 2005, a memoir of the year following his death. It won critical acclaim and the National Book Award. Books: Delano, The Story of the California Grape Strike. Farrar, Straus and Giroux, 1967. University of California Press, 2007, ISBN 978-25433-25433-6. The Studio, 1969. Pecos, 1974. True Confessions, E.P. Dutton, 1977, reprinted 2005, Thunder's Mouth Press. Quintana and Friends 1978, The She Jr. 1982, The Red, White, and Blue 1987, Harp 1989, Crooning 1990, Playland 1994, Monster, Living Off the Big Screen 1997, T7, Nothing Lost, Alfred A. Knopf, 2004, reprint, Random House, Inc. Regards, the selected nonfiction of John Gregory Dunne. Thunder's Mouth Press, 2006. ISBN 978-1-56, 1025-816-2. Screenplays. The Panic in Needle Park 1971. Play It As It Lays 1972. A Star Is Born 1976. True Confessions 1981. Up Close and Personal 1996.